Hello everyone, my name is Rick Yutzy and welcome to the first edition of The Bottom Line. We're here to talk about God and His story, and one of the great things about God is He's invited us into His plan and His story and His kingdom and His world. And that can be an exciting thing. It says in Colossians 1:13 that He has delivered us from the domain of darkness and transferred us to the kingdom of His beloved Son. And so as we look at our world today, we can see a lot of things that are messed up. We can see a lot of things that are difficult and things that we go through that we wouldn't choose. But God has still delivered us from the world into the kingdom of His Son. He's invited us into His story. And in 1 Corinthians 10:12 it says, "Therefore let anyone who thinks he stands take heed lest he fall. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and He will not let you be tempted beyond what you are able to handle. But with the temptation, He will also provide a way of escape, that you may be able to endure it." And as I thought about that way of escape, I had to think about a story that my wife's family has. And we went to a family gathering with her a couple weekends ago to eastern Ohio. We all stay in a log cabin. And as we were there, they were discussing a story, a hike that they had taken 2 years before. And they said, "Rick, do you remember when we went to the cave and the cliffs?" And I'm like, "No, I don't remember that. How could I forget something like that?" And it turns out I had actually had to come back that weekend for a funeral, but we decided to go on that hike again. And what made the hike so exciting is, one, there was a little bit of danger to it. The sign said, "Danger, don't go beyond this point." But as we went on the hike, there was a huge hill we had to climb up to get to the cave, and it was hard getting up that hill. And then when we got to the cave, it was a cave. It was nice that we all made it there, but then we went above the cave and around to the top, and you actually looked over a cliff that was probably 80 feet high, no guardrails, nothing. My knees started getting a little weak. But as we were on that journey and as we were coming back down, my niece needed help. And she asked for help, but I couldn't give her help. I was barely able to stay on my own 2 feet. Her dad couldn't give her help. He's about my age and was facing the same problem. But her brother, who was young, athletic, fit, sure-footed, came back up the hill to get her, take her arm, and lead her down the hill to safety. And he did that with no problem, and she had no problem getting down with the help of her brother, who was loving and provided grace, and he was faithful to help her in her time of need. And as I thought about that story, and I thought about, God providing a way of escape. He is there with us. It says He is faithful, and it also says, and this is the bottom line, in 2 Corinthians 9:8, that God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that having all sufficiency in all things at all times, you may abound with every good work. And so here we see that God is faithful, but He is also able. And as much as my niece's brother was able to help his sister, God is faithful and able to help us in all of our times of need. Thank you very much and have a great day.